that I really have been doing since I was a little girl. And they say that when you do stuff that you've done since you were a little girl, that's what, or when you were a child, that's what you should be doing. And so this comes really easy and naturally for me. So I want to invite you guys watching now because, we're all in this quarantine and it's an interesting time, so it's a time of reflection where we can really think about, what are our passions in life and what is it that we really want to do? And so I want to invite you guys to just take a meditation and just reflect upon something in your life that, feels natural to you. And are you doing it, and that's what music is for me. It's something that is very natural. I've been doing it since I was a little girl. And I want to share a story that I just actually connected to a few years ago. And it's a heartwarming one. So this is my biological mother, and here she is playing the piano. And this is my great grandmother. So this is her grandmother. So I come from a lineage of music, and when my mother, she passed when I was 4, and when my mother died, my dad would have me write. Here, Instagram people. My dad would have me write letters to my mom in heaven. And instead of letters, I wrote songs on the piano. And I remember this so clearly. I remember with the tape cassette, with the record and play. Remember those buttons? Who remembers those? And I remember sitting on the piano and just writing and just composing. And then we would take the tape cassette and we'd put it to the mailbox, to mom in heaven. And it really was these years when I was younger of connecting to music in such a heartfelt way that opened up just the freedom that it can bring. And I'm not grateful my mom passed, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to connect with music at such a young age. And then music was something that I always did as a child. In high school, I was always playing the piano till 3 a.m, or playing the flute. Improvising is what I loved to do, although I was classically trained. And so it's just this natural. So I didn't discover drumming until later in my life when I was actually going to college to study jazz flute. I fell in love with the frame drum and my whole life changed. But music, has all kinds of avenues you can go down. And so it's an endless road of learning and exploration. And so here we are. And, for those of you guys who know me, I've been talking about doing this for a super, super long time. And I'm a little bit of an impatient person, but this was worth the wait. And I'm just so grateful. I want to really thank all of the crowdfunding sponsors who helped make this happen. If those of you don't know, I ran a crowdfunding campaign to fund both the video and the album. So I could not have done this without your support. And I'm truly grateful for each one of you guys who believed in this vision. And thank you so much. So the story behind this project, is planted with a seed many, many, many years ago when I first learned about the frame drum and the history of how it had this amazing history in all the different cultures, with the women and how it being a first instrument, one of the ancient instruments that the women played. And when I heard the story about the Jewish tradition, I got the chills because my name in Hebrew is Miriam, and so it's powerful because each one of the stories, whether it be in the Jewish tradition or in the Greek tradition or in the Italian tradition, the frame drum is represent with this this beautiful strength and celebration, and it's just a tool of remembrance and joy. And when I heard the story about the Jewish tradition and how it was used during the parting of the Red Sea, and the women played the frame drum and sang and followed and song and dance, I was like, I have to go to Israel. I want to connect more to this story and this culture. And I wanted to do this video honoring Miriam the prophetess. So I've been wanting to do this for a really super long time, 20 years. And finally I did. And when I got to Israel to do this, I ended up recording the music. It was called The Rhythms of Tof Miriam. That's the title track of the album. And this was going to be what I was going to use for the music video. And everything about this project was easy. It was like, it was flowing and natural and like, it wasn't stressful. And it was just like such a nice sign, you know, like, wow, this is really nice, you know. And, you know, I ended up doing an album from one song turned into an album. I really enjoyed working at OnyxStudio with Shahar Kaufman, and it was just, the time was right. You know, he happened to have cancellations in his schedule, and I happened to have 3 extra weeks before I was going back to America, and I said, let's do this. Let's make an album. And so that's how this was born, and most of the music was written in Israel except the bonus track, which I'm going to talk about, all the tracks in the album, but bonus track was written before. So, you know, it's amazing what can happen in your life when you're following your heart and your calling. So, especially in times like this, again, where we're really forced to like look at ourselves in ways that we might have not done that so before. And so I hope that this music inspires you guys to live your passion, whether it be dancing, drumming, painting, writing a book, or whatever it may be. So great to see so many of you guys here. Yay, I'm reading all of your Facebook posts. Hi, Mike. Hi, Cecilia. Hi, Ava. This is so wonderful. Yeah, it's so true. Music is this universal language, right? It can be understood by anybody, any age, any religion, you know, all around the world. And I think that is just, it's so, so special. So I'm going to start sharing some of the music on the album. And if you guys have not yet seen the music video, the Rhythms of Tof Miriam music video, I want to invite you to watch it. It was recorded and edited by Noam, amazing videographer, and it's just super special, and I'm so grateful for how it turned out. And I'm going to actually play the extended version of this song. So we had one that we created for the video, and then we had one that's created as the extended version. And the extended version is a little different. It has a little bit more, it has a different feel to it. It has a more like raw feel to it, and it's a little bit longer. And I'm actually going to play over it on a drum, and it's a different tone than the recording. So it's going to add this extra kind of timbre to it, but I think it sounds pretty good. So I want to invite you guys to just, you know, dance along, whatever you want to do. And here we go. Whoa, that's not it. I want to start in the beginning. All right. Ooh, don't play the next one yet. Hold on. So a little bit more about this track. So we have Yair Dalal playing the oud, master oudist, and I met